1:04 Eastern Time as we come to you from Studio J in Atlanta.
TNT has been a staple in the NBA for years, and a big reason for that is because of the hit show Inside the NBA. Charles, Shaq, and Kenny, while Ernie leading the show, has been a staple in the NBA since its inception in 1989. Whether it be Chuck roasting San Antonio,
guess where I'm going?
Where? You going to San Antonio?
Oh.
Boy, this is running around down there with them big old women down in San Antonio.
Oh. Victor, go to San Antonio. They'll put some weight on you.
or Shaq falling off the stage, or even the guys trying to beat Kenny to the TV. However, it could be ending very soon. Because of it, TNT might just lose the NBA. If they lose the NBA, then that means the end of Inside the NBA. TNT just made a huge mistake. It's been all over the news as of late, but TNT will likely lose the NBA. TNT has been covering the NBA since 1989. However, according to reports, TNT did not want to overpay for the NBA, which likely will be a huge mistake for the company. A decade ago, TNT paid $1.2 billion for the NBA. The deal will end after the 2025 season. So if TNT cannot come up with a better deal, 2024 will be the final season of TNT covering the association. The NBA TV contracts end after next season, and their previous contracts were with ESPN/ABC and TNT. But with next season being the final year of the contract, the NBA wanted to go to the negotiation table immediately. According to sources, the NBA has talked with several companies that include NBC and Amazon as well. There will be 3 packages according to the report: Package A, Package B, and Package C. Disney, who owns both ESPN and ABC, did not want to give up the A package, which includes the NBA Finals, a conference final, weekly primetime games, the WNBA, and shared international rights. ESPN also paid a record $2.8 billion to get Package A, which left Package B and C available. TNT currently owns Package B and had a chance to retain the rights, but TNT is currently $40 billion in debt, and back in 2022, Warner Brothers CEO David Zaslav said that they did not need the NBA. They made a lot of people, which included TNT's own Charles Barkley, very angry. Barkley was very critical of TNT's decision and went on the Dan Patrick Show on Thursday and made his thoughts known. He said this: "Morale sucks, plain and simple. I just feel so bad for the people I work with, Dan. These people have families, and I just really feel bad for them right now. These people I work with, they screwed up this thing up, clearly, and we have zero idea what's gonna happen. I don't feel good, I'm not gonna lie, especially when they came out yesterday and said we brought college football. I was like, well, damn, they could have used that money to buy the NBA." Inside the NBA has been on since 1989, and their current core of Ernie Johnson, Charles Barkley, Kenny Smith, and Shaq have been together since 2011. But if TNT loses the NBA, Inside the NBA would ultimately end. Package B is worth $2.5 billion to $2.6 billion annually and would include a pregame and a postgame show right after the NFL season, 2 primetime games a week, a conference semifinals, and a conference final. Package C would include the in-season tournament, the play-in tournament, the first round of the playoffs, the WNBA, and international rights. The final package is worth around $1.8 billion to $2 billion. It seems as though the NBC will get Package B since TNT did not offer a new deal for the NBA. Because of that, NBC was able to jump in and bid for the National Basketball Association. Amazon seems to be the frontrunner for Package C, and according to sources, already has relationships with the NBA since they have international rights. TNT does in fact lose the NBA rights, they would have a few options. They could just completely pass on the NBA. They could also overpay for Package B as well. They could also convince the league to grant them a 4th, smaller, one-night-a-week package. Or if all fails, TNT could take the NBA to court over the definition of a match. They would contend a match is not dollar for dollar, and that specifically a match would need to include the same ad revenue, broadcast window, and so on and so forth. But according to Warner Bros., they disagree with doing so. However, sources close to the situation said the NBA is preparing for their lawyers for a possible lawsuit with Warner Brothers. It seems as though TNT will lose the NBA, and if they do, Ernie Johnson, according to reports, will not leave the company, who he has been with for over 30 years. But Charles Barkley has an opt-out clause in his current contract. if TNT does in fact lose the NBA. So if TNT does not retain the NBA, Barkley could be a free agent if he chooses so, and he would have a plethora of suitors fighting for the Hall of Famer services. There is no word yet on Kenny Smith and Shaq's current contract situation with the network. This will be one of the worst media decisions of all time if TNT does in fact lose its most prized possession, the NBA. If you agree or disagree with the video, let me know in the comments. Also, if you want to add something, let me know in the comments as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching.